some beans, Daryl. Hello, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another car review. As you can expect from the title of the video, it's a R33 Nissan Skyline GTR. The car is owned by a good friend of mine, Daryll, who's behind the camera. He doesn't want to be seen, he's very camera shy, he's probably him giggling. But yeah, so I'm going to try and do my best and convey what the car is and what sort of things it's got. Obviously it's not standard, but yeah, so I'll sort of talk you through the car and go from there. So start off with this splitter on the front, which is really nice. It's a Series 3 splitter, Daryll tells me, which is basically a slightly later version of these cars. So yeah, makes it look really nice. Stance-wise, really aggressive looking. But yeah, I think overall it just adds to the front of the car. Moving around to the side, we've got these nice Nismo wheels, which are really nice. You know, sort of dish alloys. The brakes are upgraded. These are Tarox brakes, so calipers as well as discs, I believe, drilled and vented, which look really nice, and again adds to the stopping power. 335mm I believe these are, whereas the standard are 324mm. So yeah, I'm sure it's a bit of a beast one in terms of stopping power. Moving on to the side, you've got these lovely additional black side skirts, which Daryll's added himself. There's a bit of a story behind that, when Daryll added them and then wasn't sure he could actually sort of get out of his driveway pretty much. Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, so we had to check, but it was probably like about a credit card in terms of distance between the speed bump and the car. So yeah, a bit tricky, but it's a bit of fun, I suppose, trying to get out. Moving on to we'll just talk about these stickers. These are some of the few tracks that Daryl's been to in this car, which is really cool. So Castlecombe, Nürburgring, Silverstone and Snetterton. The Meister sticker is to do with the suspension, so it's got Meister coilovers, fully adjustable. As you can see, the car sits really nice, like not too low, but again just perfect ride height, if I'm honest with you, in terms of looking at it. Moving on to the back. It's really cool. I'm going to get it wrong again. Twin split, no, twin blade. Twin blade. There you go. Got it wrong again. Twin blade carbon fiber spoiler, which is really nice and just adds that little touch to the car, and it fits into the standard sort of spoiler inserts that you get on the Menuway. Moving on to the back of the car, pretty standard apart from this massive fistable exhaust. As we spoke about earlier, a lot of these cars have always got sort of the big massive exhaust, or the biggest exhaust you can get, just basically because you have to, you know, make sure you get the flow of the gases out. So it's a full stainless straight through exhaust system by HKS, which I think looks awesome. It looks really nice. I like a single exit exhaust on a lot of cars. Too many cars nowadays are sort of dual, you know, quadruple, or whatever the hell you want to call it, but yeah, I think it looks really cool. Having a quick look inside, I think it's pretty standard. I believe the gear knob is slightly different, as you can see on screen now, and the steering wheel is the same. There is a turbo timer in there, which, as the name suggests, obviously just helps when the car's been thrashed, which is pretty much all the time when Daryll drives it. It just helps the engine sort of cool down, the turbos sort of spool back down, make sure the oil's going around the turbos, etc. But yeah, other than that, it's got a torque controller, is that correct? Torque split controller, which throws 100% of the power to the rear until it breaks traction, and again, obviously when Daryll's driving, which is most of the case, most of the time obviously, but yeah, it obviously moves the power then to where it needs to be in order to regain traction. So yeah, so overall aesthetically it's quite sort of, I'd say OEM plus is what you'd call it. You know, it's pretty standard but just slightly upgraded. Now, are you ready? Here we have the famous RB26 engine. The beast, the powerhouse. I don't really need to make much of a entrance, I suppose, or you know, explain what the engine is. It's obviously a 2.6 litre straight six twin turbo, so it's still got the two turbos. A lot of people have just a big turbo upgrade or whatever, but yeah, so this one's got the twin turbo still, so it's pretty standard in terms of looks wise. I believe it's been remapped to about 400 horsepower, so it's a bit of an animal. Standard cars, I think they're about 280, do 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds, so I reckon this one is probably similar to the 400R, the Nissan Skyline 400R, the limited run one, so we're probably expecting sub 4s, something like that, on a good dry road. So yeah, I'm sure it's a bit of an animal, a bit of a beast. Other than that, I don't think there's anything different in terms of, don't know if there's anything different, Daryll?
Meth injection.
Meth injection, that's quite a big one, yeah, just to keep everything cool, make sure the engine runs properly. So obviously they do produce quite high power in terms of boost. Was it 1 bar boost?
1 bar boost,
yeah.
Which is safe.
Safe limits, I suppose.
Safe.
Yeah.
On the standard.
I mean,
turbos.
these cars, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because these cars produce a hell of a lot of power. You know, you can get sort of 1,000 horsepower that just from like a single turbo and meth injection and other bits and bobs. But anyway, enough of me talking crap, and let's get on with it. Let's jump in the car and we'll go for a drive and we'll talk a bit more. Give us some beans, Daryll. Jeez Louise. It's pretty epic. So where did you buy the car? When did you buy the car?
I bought it about 7 years ago.
Alright, okay.
6 or 7 years ago.
Was it just like blimey? Was it, you know, would you buy it for a purpose? Did you buy it to go do track days, or did you buy it because you always loved them? Did you buy it because you saw Fast and Furious and you just wanted to be Paul Walker? Or
I've always been a Skyline fan, and this is my third Skyline, but my only GTR. So I've had 2 R33s, the GTSTs.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
So this is my first and only GTR, and it's a keeper.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've seen the amount of love you give it. You know.
Yeah, I try and look after it.
I was going to crack a joke then, but it's probably might be families watching this, so I'm not going to. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So what's the main difference then between, if you've had both the GTST and the GTR, what is the biggest difference between the two? Because obviously it's the RB25, is it, in the GTST?
Yeah, it's the RB25 single turbo. They're still powerful cars. You can still get a lot of power out of the engine. But it's the GTR heritage that I wanted to get involved in. The GTSTs are still going up in value, but nothing compared to what this one is. And it's just down to the GTR heritage.
Yeah. Like I said, I talked about earlier tonight, it's like this cult status, isn't it?
Yeah.
The whole, like I said, the whole GTR brand and, you know, Godzilla and whatever you call it. Just turning around, don't worry. But yeah, no, I do really like the GTRs, and like I said, they do carry, you know, there's something about them that everyone wants, isn't it? It's that whole Japanese powerhouse. I mean, that sound is just amazing as well. I mean, I love like straight six, V6, any of those, you know, any 6-cylinder engines basically. I love the sound they produce. I think it's intoxicating, but it's a bit busy now. It's typical, isn't it?
Yeah, typical, isn't it?
It's a lovely day though, a beautiful day. Like
the RB26 does have a good note to its,
yeah,
you know, to the engine.
Yeah, it's really
it's
raw
a
and
really distinct sound.
Yeah, the power delivery is quite, you know, it's quite linear as well. Really, considering it's a turbo-powered car, I suppose the Remapped probably helped with a bit of that, didn't it? You know, just to soften out all the peaks and troughs sort of thing, and just make it a bit more linear.
Yeah, and the fact that I've kept it as a twin turbo,
yeah,
helps keep it smooth.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I you know, definitely. So obviously it's not a standard. It's obviously been lowered. It's got bigger brakes. You've obviously been on track days. Is that the main purpose behind sort of your thinking behind upgrading the brakes and the suspension and all the rest of it, or not? Or was it just?
It wasn't. I just
liked to be purposeful and.
I just wanted to make it. I just wanted to bring it a little bit more up to date. You know, with keeping in tune with the extra power, you obviously need extra brakes.
Yeah.
To stop it. I have put it around a few tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hopefully not around a few trees though.
No, not around a few trees. Yeah. I enjoyed the old track day, but it's just getting too precious now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, they are going up in value. I consider, you know, almost modern classics now. You know, they are starting to really peak. I think if you hold on to it, you know, for a couple more years, whether you end up passing it on to your kids or whatever, but you're right. I think if you hold on to it, I think it probably will, you know, grow in value, and you might be able to do something with it in the future, or buy that car you've always wanted, or, you know, I think we've spoken about it sort of, you know, off camera before, but what would be your sort of dream car? I mean, because you spoke to me before about the GTR, as in, like, you know, the R35, isn't it? But
I would. I think still now, if I could choose a car, it would be the R35 GTR.
Okay.
Still, I know, you know.
So the basically the non-manual cars, or basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Twin clutch. Yeah.
You know,
cool.
That could be considered quite sad out of any car I could have, but I am just a GTR fan.
Yeah. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with those cars.
I mean, the R35s are amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Well, they're just there again. You know, 4-wheel drive. They can put the power down whatever you want. There's no worry about it. They can produce massive power from, you know, just simple turbo upgrades, or you know, bits and bobs. So yeah, no, it's understandable, I think. Cool. Well, thank you for, you know, letting me film the car. Like, I think it's been sort of a long time coming. I kept sort of, you know, please have film my car, please come film my car, please sir, please have some more. A bit like Oliver Twist, isn't it? But
it has been a little bit like that.
Yeah. But apologies, you know, if I'm just so excited about these cars and just cars in general. You know, you're a massive car fan, as you've not already gathered or not. But yeah, no, I just really enjoy filming cars, and just
that's been a pleasure.
The whole process of creating videos as well is quite cool. I've really got into it.
I've enjoyed it as well, not just you. I've enjoyed it as well. It's been fun, and it'll be nice to have something to look back on. Yeah,
like you spoke about it earlier, again off camera, like you said, it'd be quite nice in a way to have something that you can, you know, if you did ever sell the car, you've always got this video. You know, I'll probably save it for my own sort of personal archives as well as YouTube, so it'll always be there, always be available. So yeah, I think it's quite something cool to have. Definitely. And something to remind you of. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. if you don't know, well, I suppose you wouldn't know anyway, but Daryll, in his spare time, or as a business basically, creates bespoke furniture, which is really, really nice stuff. I recommend you go and check that stuff out. I believe his Instagram handle is at Daryll Witt. Is that it? Yeah, at Daryll Witt. And he's also got a Facebook page and a website. Yeah.
Daryll Lloyd Furniture.
Daryll Lloyd Furniture. So yeah, go and check it out. If you guys are interested, and if you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for plenty more content just like this. I've just started sort of getting into the modified cars, or just owners' cars in general now. So I've got quite a few lined up. So yeah, if you are interested in this series, then be sure to follow. Listen to that. What a monster. Oh, that is power. Anyway, see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Bye.